Live. Preparing to.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Phone call. Incredible.
Here we are. Live on YouTube.
What up, gang? What up, gang? I'm just posting around the news. Follow the news. Follow the news.
Hey, we got Zishan Haroon in the building.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's
How you
good?
doing, bro? How you doing, bro?
How are we doing?
Let's just
Ninja, you get my message?
Um,
You didn't get back to me.
I haven't got back to you. I haven't got back to you. Let me check.
You were meant to. Yeah, it was meant to be yesterday.
There you go. All right. I'm occupied till 9 p.m. But I'll make some calls today. Guys, this is Zishan, who is our official blockchain sensei event manager, and he's pressing me because I'm supposed to find the last guest and the speaker so we can start advertising. So that is what he's talking about, and I gotta make some calls.
Cool. Okay, let's run through the disclaimer.
Yeah, man. Have you not made anybody host? Oh,
The host.
I thought Dom had made people host.
No.
Bro, it's your Zoom. What are you talking about?
I know, because she was using the laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am guilty.
Okay.
Let me make
A couple more people coming in.
make co-host.
So who's gonna run the disclaimer? Should I run that?
I got it.
Are you sure? Yeah, you could do it like proper auction vibes, yeah?
I got it. I made a track with Mariah.
Don't.
I see it as a hot spring.
No,
I no. Got an album.
No, you missed the whole bar as well. Don't do it.
Anyway, the disclaimer is please turn off your mic. That's the first disclaimer. The second disclaimer is all our content is for education, information, and mainly entertainment purposes only, right? Only. And should not be considered as an investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, place any trades. Basically, we don't know what we're talking about. Please do your own what?
Research.
Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It's very important to do your own analysis before making an investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. So check yourself before you wreck yourself is what that means. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. So let's just quickly check. Keish, are you a professional financial advisor?
Oh, sorry, me?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm just Keish, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, cool. Ninja, are you a professional advisor, financial advisor?
Would a professional somebody professional do this?
Probably not. Zishan, are you a professional financial advisor?
Nope.
Guys, I'm not a professional financial advisor because a professional financial advisor wouldn't do this.
Oh, you're moving your glasses.
Did it work?
Okay.
I don't know if it worked.
I don't think it was a big.
Irisha, are you a professional financial advisor?
No, she's clearly not.
Deco, are you a professional financial? Oh, she's there.
I'm not. I'm really not.
Not. Deco, are you a professional financial advisor?
No, sir.
Devon, are you a professional financial advisor?
No, I'm not.
Srini, are you a professional financial advisor?
No, Matt, I'm not.
Okay, cool. So nobody on the call, and General Sneaks is joining. Let's find out if General Sneaks is a professional financial advisor. Professional financial. I'm just gonna start saying these, but I'm not going to do that just in case we get in trouble. General Sneaks, we're just getting through the disclaimer. We're wondering if anyone in the call is a professional financial advisor. Are you a professional financial advisor, General Sneaks?
I am not A professional advisor, no.
So therefore, nobody on this call is a professional financial advisor. So if you do anything we say on this call without doing your own research and you lose money, it is your fault, not ours. So anyway, moving on from there, the most important reason why we say this is because if you didn't know, no investment is guaranteed to make you money because all investments come with risk. So please do your own what?
Research.
So like we said, we're not financial advisors. However, we are working in collaboration with several financial advisors. And if you want to talk to one, just let us know. We've just been joined by our guy, Mr. George Brown, the GOAT connector. Just out of interest, are you a financial advisor?
I am not a financial advisor. Now, if there's anyone that's not a financial advisor, it's me.
Dom, are you a financial advisor?
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
No, you can't joke about this. It's been recorded. It's on YouTube. You can't say that.
This is legals.
I'm joking. I'm not
Please,
qualified.
if there's one thing you can't make jokes about on our
You know
show,
what? I don't think Dom's part of this episode today. She's just in the background, guys.
Yeah. Because
She's just in the
can't make
background.
jokes about that. That's a court case for us right there. So no. So let's get into the news. It's been a crazy week. But whilst
Speaking
we're
of
doing
court
that,
cases, I'm joking. Go ahead.
talking of court cases. But first, before we even go to there, let's talk about what happened this weekend. Thank you to everybody that turned up this weekend. Unfortunately, not everyone got an invite for this weekend because it was for the VIP guests only.
It was private, yeah.
It was a private showcase of our boot camp. There was 2 attendees that are here right now that got to attend the boot camp. Do you want to say any words about the boot camp and how it was?
Yes.
Far away.
It was amazing. It was a good set of information. It was presented well, and it opened up my mind to other things, and it allowed you to also want to go and do your own research and to broaden your horizon a little bit more than what you already know. But no, it was really good, and it went well, guys. I'm so thankful for being able to participate in the day because I learned so much. So thank you guys for that. I recommend that everyone else, when they get the opportunity, goes and spend their money to come and take part in your day because it was really good.
Thank you very much. By the way, she's not being
Thank you
paid,
very much.
but we will write you a check for saying that. Thank you. We'll send you some Bitcoin.
You sound like Sam.
Yeah. So let's go on to the news. So does anyone remember a company called JP Morgan that's always telling everybody that crypto is a scam, and that literally not even 2 weeks ago the CEO was there? You know what? Let me just find a video of this guy literally saying what he said, because this is wild.
A 10-second video.
Jamie Dimon, our best friend.
Dimon, congressional hearing. On crypto.
Big ups the crypto boss joining the room from the Caribbean. He's actually in the Caribbean, not virtually like Mr. Hardy, but actually there.
Save £100 on Google 6A. Now only $2.99.
You're muted. You're muted, sir. You're muted.
You have to separate.
There we go.
No, I said I'm walking the streets of the Caribbean, heading home.
You see?
It's a rainy day.
Yeah, man. Caribbean rain is better than English rain.
It really is just hot.
Right, so let's listen to what Jamie Dimon said.
We've got 10 seconds, Doug. We've got
not
10
even
seconds.
Nah, we're not trying to monetize this one, so it's fine. Because we can't monetize off this FTX thing anyway. So
Blockchain, which is real, DeFi, which is real, ledgers. You know,
I'm always trying to monetize, man.
Deliver information, money, ideas, simplify smart contracts. That's one thing. I'm not a skeptic. Okay, I'm a major skeptic on crypto tokens, which you call currency, like Bitcoin. They are decentralized Ponzi schemes, and the notion that's good for anybody is unbelievable.
I mean, it's not really surprising to do the hacks and also.
So yeah, he's there calling it a Ponzi scheme. The CEO of JP Morgan. And what do you think he did today? JP
Send
Morgan.
some more Bitcoin.
So that they can do what? Send and receive. Exactly what he said was a Ponzi scheme. So, you know, guys, some people's actions speak louder than their words.
There you go.
So that's a bit of a mad one there. So in news this week, Starkware deploys Starknet crypto token on Ethereum. Meta Labs, the company behind the ZK Sync, raises 200 million. Genesis halts withdrawals because of the FTX. Binance US to relaunch bid for bankrupt crypto lender Voyager. Solana loses 1 billion in USDT to Ethereum in Tether chain swap. Circle, the issue of USDC.
Hold on.
With
Hold
Apple
on.
Pay.
Please do go back and I posted about that, and I it was a beautiful image. I'd like for the people then to see it.
Let's find it.
No, just X it off. It's just a little bit more further down. You see a little iPhone right there. There it is. Lovely. There you go.
Damn.
It's insane, isn't it? You know, circle, right? And you know what's interesting about this one, right? The wording from the press, it wasn't about Apple adding USDC. It was about Circle adding Apple, right? The other way around. Think about that, guys. All right. Who's bigger?
Yeah, that's a bit mad. Now that's even more mad because I don't know if anyone's heard, but anyone that has an NFT related function that has utility, if it doesn't have utility, this doesn't count. But if it has utility, you have to pay Apple 30% if someone's going to use that NFT on an Apple device. So Apple are moving hella gangster and basically saying, if you're not giving us 30% of your NFT that has utility, that's actually got a use case, 30%. If it doesn't have a use case and it's a complete scam, it's fine. It's a bit mad. So FTX digitalized assets in Bahamas are seized for safekeeping, and Nike to debut its own platform for Web3 wearables. So I'm going to go through the news because Keisha's doing all the main stuff. Here is some of the main VC rounds this week. You may want to check out some of these companies. Definitely Yakoa if you're into the NFTs, because this is a platform that detects copies of original NFTs, which might be useful if you're an NFT person. Ultimate Champions, obviously, because football's going on right now. I've got it on in the background right now by Binance Labs. That's an interesting one there. Top NFT marketplaces by user growth. So Theta, which has been in my watch list for a long time. We did an episode on Theta. Please go and watch that. Do your own research on Theta. Has launched their NFT marketplace now. So you might want to look at who some of their partners are. I'm going to say that again. Go and do your own research on Theta. And you will see that their marketplace has had a 137% increase, and it now has 6.7K users on the platform. So that's one to watch out for there. Top 10 gainers of the week. We've got S&M, which is leading the way with a 4,000% increase. Vibrate with 164% increase. This one was also on our watch list a while ago. So congratulations to anyone that made their gains there. Top 10 blockchains by 30-day NFT sales volume. So number one, still Ethereum, obviously. Number two is Solana, which is 20% down in terms of NFT sales in the last 30 days. Then Immutable X. And then we have Cardano. Now, the interesting thing here is Cardano, by actual number of sales, 25,505 buyers on Cardano for NFTs, and nobody cares. Cardano has now has passed Polygon NFT sales, has passed Binance NFT sales, has passed Flow NFT sales, but still everybody thinks Cardano is a rubbish blockchain. But, you know, Anyway, in terms of top 15 coins by staking market cap, let's see who's number two. Number one is Ethereum. Number two,
every week.
Guess who it is? Guess who's number two?
Every week.
Yes, it's number two. Oh yeah, it's Cardano again. I'm not chilling. I'm just saying. Everyone's
You're kind of chilling.
What? Just look at the facts. Look at the fundamentals.
They don't
then
lie.
in terms of the most recent tier one fund investments, we've got Andreessen Horowitz have got another investment in Uniswap. So some signs there that might be announcing or doing some interesting stuff, which according to a paper we're writing is definitely happening. If you're a play to earn person, you might want to look into a game called Meta Juice by Animoca Brands. They've got involved in that. Hopefully you'll see some of the projects we're writing and involved in on this very, very soon. Next, highest staking yields on native coins. So some of these staking coins, these yields, again, if the yields are too high, it's a bit of a danger sign. But nonetheless, you can get 10% on Tara on Phantom. You can get 4% on Alpaca on Binance. You can get 12% on Slashed on Ethereum and 7% on Lido on Kusama. Then which institutions are suffering from FTX exposure? Before we go into today's amazing deep dive by Keish, well, the first one is Paradigm, then Sequoia, then Temsec, then SoftBank. SoftBank losing money as per usual, but it doesn't ever seem to bother them. Custody clients with locked funds, we see Coinbase and Crypto.com had about 10 million that they lost there. But if you know anything about the money that Coinbase is making, that is just nothing to them. Now, the interesting bit is these guys that have undisclosed amounts locked in FTX. This is the interesting bit. But anyway, just take note that people like BlackRock, VanEck have money in FTX, apparently. Senator Investment Group, hey? Anyway, Keish, do you want to take it away with today's episode?
Yeah, sorry, I just got a lot of tabs. It's a deep dive. So I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with what's been going on in the crypto space as of recent. If we could go to our post, you see these little beady eyes over here of this individual who's pulled and is in the middle of pulling one of the craziest things that I've seen in the space. And it's kind of funny how these big, really huge organizations are so professionally set up, you know. So without any further ado, let me get my screen sharing and delve into this. So the individual that we're talking about is Sam Bankman-Fried, and he is actually the CEO and founder of FTX. I want to start here, right? So this individual, let's get a little picture of this guy, so you can start to see who this guy is, and look in his eyes while I describe this individual. There you go. There's a lovely image. Yeah, this individual here, right?
This is all speculation, by the way, guys. None of this is fact. It's all speculation. This is all entertainment. This is wouldn't it be funny if this wasn't actually happening? That would be a strange coincidence.
Yep. Very, very strange scenarios going on. So this individual became a billionaire from crypto within 5 years. And I'm going to explain a little bit of how he did that. So this individual's very uniquely positioned in life. He's one of them people that has friends in high places, I'll just say that, and then managed to utilize his network to then get more friends in high places. Yeah. and his unique positioning has allowed him to create his own token with his own exchange, right? Um, but there's a lot of things that come into play with that. I mean, we're all familiar with Binance, right? And Binance made their own token, and that really popped off in the scene first. And I think it sort of set pace in people's mentalities and minds for the understanding that, okay, if the exchange has its own token, then it's gonna do extremely well. It's gonna be incredible. Um, and I think that Binance sort of set pace for exchanges to have their own tokens and have them sort of doing well in a sense, right? Um, but my big thing is always, what is the utility behind that token? What is the use case behind that token? And yeah, we're gonna get a little bit further into what this individual was doing with his exchange and with his own token, and sort of some of the individuals he was sort of working with within this project. So I'm gonna just break down who he is. So he's a CEO and founder of FTX, but he also works with a VC group called Alameda Research Group, and we're gonna get a little bit into that. Let me just go through these tabs because I've got so much of them. Okay, we're gonna get into these ones later. You know what? Let's just start with Mind the Gap, right? Let's start with Sam Bankman-Fried's mother, right? So there's something called Mind the Gap, and it's basically like this agenda that got pushed to help the Democratic politicians. So both of Sam Bankman-Fried's parents are actually regulators in the space. So they are regulatory authorities within the space. And Sam Bankman-Fried's mother made this organization and actually raised 150 million for the government, right? So, if that's lobbying, if that's not lobbying, or whatever you don't want to say, then it is what it is. But there's a lot of money and influence that they've got from pumping so much money into the government. So much so that has he actually had a partnership with BlackRock. So yeah, BlackRock and Sam Bankman-Fried, they basically had a partnership in place. And there's also a lot of things that came of that, and I feel like what happened in this space, basically this FTT token crashing terribly, the FTX exchange, all of a sudden it's not working, right? There was a lot of crud happening behind the scenes, and I think it always starts with the team, and looking at the team. So Sam Bankman-Fried and his colleagues lived together in a penthouse, and they basically, like, Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend runs Alameda Research Group, and that's her surname, right? Which one is this? Oh, this is a whole nother thing. Okay, so his girlfriend basically runs Alameda. There you go. So shifts to blame FTX collapsed ex-girlfriend's crypto firm, Alameda Research Group, and that's who she is. And obviously they worked hand in hand, but she was actually CEO as well. And it's really mad what they were doing as a company. All of them living together. They had something called a polyamorous relationship, I believe. I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, but they basically were all in a relationship together, the whole team.
Whoa.
Basically.
I did not know that. You
So,
went deep.
the whole
she was his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend. Well, she was everyone's girlfriend.
Yes, because they were in a polyamorous relationship, which means that everyone done their thing with everyone in the house.
Everyone was everyone's girlfriend. Everyone was everyone's boyfriend.
That's what was happening in the house, right? I
That
heard a little
sounded like
bit.
some hippie shit.
I've been deep diving. I'm sorry,
The
guys.
term that they used was a Chinese harem, which means that I've looked deep into this. It's mad. So
okay,
where there's a ranking system based on who's sleeping with who.
Well, there you go, right? Inside the business, there's that type of hierarchy going on, right? Aside from all of the mad connections that Sam Bankman-Fried had, his internal team was somewhat intimate. Let's just put it
Where
that
do you
way.
think he learned that from?
I don't know, Mike. All right, now, this guy. Let me just explain his move, right? So this guy, he goes and I don't know what this is, some other thing. Okay, so this guy, let's go back to him. So this guy, right? This guy does one of the most, I don't know if you want to call it genius plays in the space, right? Where he's got this exchange, right? By the way, Binance did this, which in stocks would be illegal. Having an exchange and creating your own token basically should be illegal because you have so much data on every single user. You know exactly what they do and how they move and how they invest and exactly in what amounts, and you manage the books, right? So he not only has that crazy insight and inside knowledge, but he basically created his own token that has
I really don't want this episode.
I know. He created his own token, right? And this token has no utility. It's just a token from an exchange.
Do you believe censorship is real?
What happened?
Because we are getting censored hard right now.
What happened?
Can anyone hear?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, there's no interruptions.
Hey, bro. Hey, Mike, I think you got the heebie-jeebies, man. Everything's good. We're all good. All right, we're all good. This is like the fireplace conversation. We're by the fire, guys, right now. All right, cool. Let's get back into it, right? So this guy not only has that insight, right? He with that insight, he then creates his own token out of thin air, right? Just bloop, bit of code. Lovely. Got a token now. So what does that token need for people to be interested in it? It needs value, doesn't it? Right? So what he was doing, he was wash trading and inflating the price of his own token by basically using other people's money, right? But he would also, from inflating the price of his token, take a loan against his token to then further inflate the price, right? So if he wanted to pump $1 billion into it, he'll pump $1 billion into it. The price of his token goes up. He uses that to get a loan. But where does he get his loan from? Who would give a loan to someone with a token that has no utility and is just value out of thin air? Oh, himself. Yeah. So he is also CEO of a bank, right? So he went and got a loan from himself, right? Done the paperwork, everything with himself in order for him to get this loan, right? But then he also used other people's money, right? So Alameda Research Group, we all know it was with his girlfriend, etc. But what happened to that? It was basically collapsing, and he took money out of FTX, right? But not any old money. The money that he took out was other people's money, right? In the exchange, yeah. And I just want to brush over some people that have been affected by this. So a teacher's pension could lose 95 million on a FTX investment, right? So he's going to take in pension money for teachers' pensions and just basically took it out of the exchange, don't give a damn, and done what you want, right? But I want to get.
However, Ontario Teachers Pension Fund is worth 183 billion.
Okay, all right, and still,
But still, it's bad principle. But what we have to understand is these pension funds have got crazy capital that they apply into the markets, and these guys have got a lot of money. So the Teachers Pensions Fund, New York Teachers Pensions Fund, the New York Fire Department Pensions Fund, the New York Police Department Pension Fund. There used to be a website they used to be able to track all these pension funds and where they're putting their money, because pretty much anything that's got the New York Police Department's pension funding and New York Fire Department's pension fund ain't going nowhere, because you can't lose their money.
Yeah. Right. So
anyway,
exactly that. Yeah. Okay, I get you. But now, there was also news in the space of involvement with Binance and FTX. And what was happening with that was Binance was basically in the middle of doing an acquisition on FTX. But I think Binance, they do a lot more than just, you know, the odd acquisition. As you know, they're the largest actual exchange in the world, like crypto exchange. And let's have a look at Wagwan. So crypto exchange Binance pulls out of the FTX acquisition. So it was rumors of acquisition. There was funds that were basically promised to FTX, but they pull out of it because of basically the scenario and situation that happened, right? But you know, the company tweeted that the deal fell through during the corporate due diligence process, and a report.
They did their research.
Yeah, they did. They did their research, right? But the company tweeted, yeah, they tweeted, guys. So if you guys didn't know, the creator of Binance and the CEO, he is an investor in Twitter. And he's actually doing a play right now which basically means he will not only run the social media and have leverage within that, but also everyone's money and capital, and also a whole damn blockchain, right? So this is a power play that a lot of people haven't really paid a lot of attention to, right? Binance invests in Elon Musk and Twitter. That's a huge.
Been saying, watch out for CZ. Watch out. I don't know how much the Chinese government likes this guy. They either really like him or they really don't like him. But he's actually also Canadian as well.
There you go.
He's got like this weird.
Vitalik.
Yeah, him and Vitalik are Canadian, and they're Russian Chinese.
Yeah.
Not a conspiracy. I got nothing wrong with Chinese people. Got nothing wrong with Russian people or Canadian people. I like them all. I like everybody.
Yep. So there you go. Sam Bankman-Fried buys a 7.6% stake in Robinhood as well. So yeah, and then also, yeah, there's just a crazy amount of stuff behind this guy's play, and it's really been very eye-opening to understand what's really been going on in the space, and all of the behind the scenes mess ups, all of the behind the scenes relationships, and all of the behind the scenes sort of investments and plays. It's all just power plays, like how we always describe most of the largest organizations when they are dominating and trying to dominate a space. Everyone is their competition in a sense. It doesn't matter if they have a partnership. In a sense, everyone is their competition because they are trying to dominate the space and be that key member. But yeah, I mean, considering that this guy's taken a bunch of people's money, including my money, yeah, including my money, right?
And my money.
Let's leave it at
And
that.
Mr. Harding's money.
And
wait. There's one thing that you missed. There was a guy on their team page that's also on I think it's on the Sequoia Capital team page that doesn't show his face.
There you go. Okay.
I've never seen it in my life. How the hell do you get on the Sequoia Capital team page and not show your face? And the same on the FTX page, and he's one of the main founders. I don't know if the FTX website's still up. Let's go see.
Maybe it's a no face, no case thing.
It's not really.
FTX.com.
It's got this banner saying, "Yo, your money ain't going. If you put your money in there, it ain't coming out."
FTX founders. I'm sorry, something like Gary Ying or something like that. Gary Wang, that's it. Look, you can't click on him.
Share your screen. Share your screen.
Even on Wikipedia, you can't click on his name.
Share screen, bro.
It's mad. Look. Founders. Gary Wang. Non-clickable. Who is Mr. Wang? I can't hear you, Keish. You muted.
Who is Mr. Wang?
Apparently, this is him.
Mr. Wang. Hmm. Yeah, he's on Forbes as well. Ooh, who'd have thought it?
Interesting, right? But anyway, let's go to what's happening in the markets. Let's do a little bit of quick bit of TA like I did last night. So I did a bit of TA last night, looking on the markets. And one of the things that I saw was that right now, Tesla is at some crazy prices. So let's go over. Can people even hear me? Is Keisha's frozen?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's just go to the foundation elements. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and go and look at the fundamentals. Oh no, actually, you can do it on here. You can do it on TradingView. I just remembered. TradingView's got that new feature where you can do it on there. Let me load up TradingView. Give me a second, guys. Did Wales just score?
No.
What happened?
I got a penalty.
Oh yes, go on Wales.
Go on, Wales.
Okay, hold up. Loading up, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, cool. Loaded. Okay, quick bit of TA. Well, we've definitely gone below the bloody support line that was there. Bloody hell. Oh my God, my Zoom is going mad. Right, can we see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Cool. So this is the crypto total market cap. This is where we're at. We were going sideways. This was the support line that I thought we were going to hit. I did say that there's potential for us to go down one more leg. And it looks like we are going down one more leg. And then I think from there, wherever we go down to and finally settle out, that will be the bottom. But the main thing I wanted to show you, because we're going to probably wrap this episode up early today, is Tesla. Something very interesting is happening on Tesla right now. So let's go to the weekly, just so we got the real big picture of what's going on. So bearing in mind, guys, Tesla has had another stock split on top of however many stock splits it's had in the last 2 years. I probably should do a competition on this and find out, get someone to research how many stock splits Tesla's done in the last however long. But look, Tesla is down 58% from $414 to $169, right? So
is it hitting support?
It's not quite. The support would
See,
be
look, I'm there, yeah.
there. So you're
Yeah,
saying it's got a little bit lower to go, but I think it's probably here that it's going to get down to. I think it's going to get. I'm hoping it gets down to $115. If it goes down to
considering where the world's at, where the world's at right now as well.
yeah, but remember, there's been a stock split. So I think the last stock split was 4-1. Don't quote me. But yeah, there's been a few stock splits. So that means the price has been kind of changed. So the price was all the way up here. It was around $1,000 before, I remember. And then you got 10 shares for the price that you had 1,000 shares when it did the stock split. But the main point I'm getting at, the main point that I'm trying to get at is when we look at the fundamentals, when we look at the most important thing we should be looking at with a company is it making money? Is it making profit? Is it increasing in profit? So when we look at these numbers, right, and we go, so we'll go annual. Let's look at this. Tesla's revenue, 21 billion in 2018. Tesla's revenue, 24 billion in 2019, minus 870 million. Nobody wanted to touch it. Lockdown, people wanted to touch it because the revenue went from 24 billion to 31 billion. But look what happened to the profit, the net income. It went from minus 870 to 690. Guess what wait till you see what the net income is now. I want people to type in chat what they think the net income is right now of Tesla.
We read the report recently, so they should know.
You ready to see what it is? 690 to 5.52 billion.
What?
600 and what million?
I'm going to repeat that. It went from 690 million to 5.52 billion.
In a year?
In a year.
Wow.
I'm not saying we said this. We were chopping open that earnings report saying this thing is crazy.
Yeah,
Again,
but it's down, isn't it?
Exactly. It is down. It's gone from 600. Let's just make sure we understand what I'm saying here. Company has gone from 690 million profit to 5.5 billion profit. But the profit margins have gone from 2% profit margins to 10% profit margins, and yet it is down 50% almost.
Okay.
Now,
guys, you need to do like a video on why on earth this happens. Like, why does the market react in the crazy?
We need to. Yo, this is amazing.
The market overreacts like this for two reasons. The market overreacts like this. One reason because retail don't look at what we've just shown you. They don't even know that that's even possible, that they can even look at this kind of information. Even worse, let alone they don't even know that they can look. A lot of retail don't even think they should be looking. They're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to invest in Tesla because it's a good name. I'm going to invest in it because my mates invest in it. People don't invest to see if it's a good company to go, oh, you know what? Is it making more money this year than it was last year? People don't even do that. But even those that do, don't read the earnings reports like we do. And when we break down these earnings reports, like we've been doing on Tesla, I think we've done the Tesla earnings report, 4 times now?
Yeah.
We've been calling that this exact thing would happen.
Yeah.
Because the way they were set up was crazy. They were making more money than any car company from one factory.
Yeah. And they're operating at less than a quarter of their
full capacity.
Yeah.
And this is the first year where they've got all factories open. And guess what? Even though they've got all 4 factories open, not all 4 factories are producing all 4 models of the car.
Yeah.
And now they're going for the institutional play of selling the trucks, the self-driving trucks. and the robots to institutions. So how this thing is here, the other reason is because when institutions realize, hang on a minute, we missed out before and we maybe should have invested a little bit more earlier, what they do is they buy in to help ride the price up and then sell loads of it on purpose. So they'll get in and it'll rise. Whenever you see something flash from the price up really quickly, especially if its market cap is like 100 billion and then it shoots up to 200 billion or 500 billion market cap, who's got that kind of money to send it up like that in a couple of weeks? Institutions. Who's got the money? Who's got the ability to withdraw hundreds of billions in a couple of weeks? Retail don't. There's no way. Retail, let's look at this again here. Retail can't take Tesla up 100% and then bring it back down 100%. You just can't do that. So that is literally institutions doing that to create a position and to create fear so that everyone now starts selling so that they can get it lower, because it's very hard for them to get the price lower when it's around this area. So what they do is spike it up and then crash it down. And then what should happen is it should crash lower and then they can get in at a lower price than what they wanted to originally. This is why I'm very convinced Tesla will get to around 115. Well, we've got an order block here. So this is institutional level here, $126. So we will see. These are the two price areas. But this isn't financial advice. I'm not a professional advisor. But also, if we look at the RSI, it's at $26. 26. So, but
you know, do your research.
Do your own research. But
one has been, sorry.
Yeah. Let me just finish off on this. So I'm sure we did an earnings report in lockdown on Tesla in March. If you'd done your own research and invested in, you would still be up 600% on Tesla from when we were starting to cover it. If you've got out of the top, you'd be up 1,600%. But we don't know what we're talking about. We are not financial advisors. Guys, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to finish on that one. And final one is the same thing that I keep highlighting, and I'm going to highlight it again because there is some crazy offensive bargains on the stock market right now. We covered this in yesterday's technical speaking. I'm going to cover it again. Google is also down. It was at 150 after the stock split. And I did say if Google does the stock split, it's to hide the fact that it's going to drop more. So remember, Google used to be at 1,500. But now that it's gone from, if it had gone from 1,500 to 800, 600, that would have looked really bad. Going from 150 to 83 doesn't look that bad. So right now it's at 82. It's at 97. I might expect it to get back down to 82. Hopefully, yes, because that's a great buying point on Google. If you believe that Google isn't going to make money over the next 4 years, then it's a bad investment. But if you do believe Google, YouTube, the world's largest search engine, is going to make money over the next 4 years, then yeah, might be a good investment. But the main one is this bad boy here. This bad boy here called Meta at one point was at the same price that it was at in 2015. Now, I don't know about you, but WhatsApp was purchased in 2014. So this is basically saying that Facebook is at the same value as it was in 2014. I think it may have at least 1 billion more users since then. So it's getting a lot of slack for, oh, its metaverse play isn't working yet. But did they say it was finished? No? Did they say it's finished? No? They didn't go, oh yeah, this is our finished meta product, did they? But what they have done is they have got integration with Polygon, they have got integration with OpenSea, they have got integration with Flow. If you watch what they're doing behind the scenes, they're doing a mazza. So that's that, and then do your own research on Coinbase because that's at $41. Yes, I did buy the IPO price all the way up here at $299. Am I annoyed that it's down at $42 now? No, because I just wanted to buy it to be able to say that I bought it at the IPO price.
I did the same thing.
I just wanted to be able to have it on record that I bought it at the IPO price. Am I buying it at $41? Hell yes. Hell yes. But that's me personally. Do your own research. I personally think this thing is going to get back up to $400. But that's me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's that.
Great. So Devon says
let's take questions.
Devon says
has anybody got any dying questions? So let's read the ones in the chat. They beat deliverables expectations a few quarters now. Yep, they've been beating deliveries for quarters on quarters, but still getting slacked. Martin, the semi trucks are going to do very well, I think. Yep, same. There are a lot of other models worth releasing as well. Yep, definitely agree. So let's go around the room and ask for questions. Mr. Christian Secluna, you're back in the game with us. What are you saying, brother?
Hey, yeah, I'm back in London. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sorry about my very short messages and not getting back to you all the time. I am
fine. Don't worry.
Offensively busy.
Good to hear.
So I apologize.
So, yeah, we need to catch up at some point, actually, while we're talking. So we'll do that. Question-wise, okay, dollar cost average is a good shout, but don't you think everything is gonna go further down?
Yeah. I'm hoping it does, but what you would do is what I do is dollar cost average, and then if it hits my buy areas, put a little bit more in.
But then aren't you still losing there? Since let's say if it goes another 30%.
No, it's a concept called averaging out. So what ends up happening is because if it then goes back up because you put more in as it's gone lower, it then averages back out on the way up.
Yeah, in that case, yeah. So yeah, making sure that you don't put too much in, that you still have cash, right?
Yeah. So your dollar cost averaging strategy needs to be. I think what happens is a lot of people put too much into their dollar cost averaging. They probably, like, if their disposable income for the month is 400, they'll probably try and put in 100 a month. But really, you should be dollar cost averaging probably 50 a month, and then having 50 that you have on the cash as a cash build up, waiting for a crazy dip like this that you can just go boom, like that. But yeah, that's the strategy. So
you're still safe at the moment. Get some stock.
Yeah, personally, I think these prices, when you look at the fundamentals, like we just did right then, are ridiculous. Like it just like it's obscene. How can you go from 600?
It's mental, yeah.
That's 10x in your profit, and you're down.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks. So let's say if you one last thing, if you between metals and stocks, would you rather say you go which one would you choose at the moment? Let's say this year before.
I'm always stocks over metals, just because. And again, if you're investing for a 5-year period, then this area that we're in right now, this little 1.5 years, 2 years, is just what has to happen and what happens in the cycles of the market. If you're investing for a year period and you're trying to make a gain or a flip in a year, then metals might have been your better option over the last year, like your golds and your silvers and definitely your lithiums. But if it's a long-term thing, 5 to 10 years, stocks always beat metals. And then, well, not all stocks, but obviously the main,
the good ones,
the main good ones. And then in terms of metals, we've been calling lithium for. I think that was one of the first conversations I was having with you. I remember, like, when we were talking about it, like, ages ago. Ages ago. So yeah, I think we're gonna do probably another episode soon on lithium stocks and metal stocks, because we are getting a bit of interest in people wanting to invest in precious metals, and we've got a company that we've partnered up with, and they do little bundles on precious metals and cryptos as well. So
amazing.
So yeah,
cool.
Good question.
Thanks,
though.
man.
No worries, buddy. See you in a bit. Bye.
Speak soon. Take care. Bye.
Devon, you've always got an interesting question.
I don't necessarily have a question, but I did take note of like all the manga stocks that you commented on. They all seem like they're down, even though they're doing pretty decently. I know that like inflation kind of inflated their numbers a bit, but seeing like how profitable like Tesla is specifically, like I think like getting in some of those stocks now would be very interesting, especially on like that 5 to 10 year range, because there's a lot of upside. But for the most part, like specifically Apple, I think they're making a lot of interesting moves right now. Like I did comment earlier in the chat about how they just were approved to have Apple Pay accepted in cannabis dispensaries or even online purchases for cannabis. So they have some type of license in the seed to sale process. So I think they're definitely making some moves when it comes to that 5 to 10 year range.
Wow, look at that. Apple, your local neighborhood drug dealer. It's mad that people have gone to prison for selling cannabis, and now Apple can do it.
Right. It's pretty crazy though, and people are really using it to buy it too now. And like I'm actually over here like in Silicon Valley, so I'm seeing it like firsthand.
It's crazy. One of the reasons that also these stocks go down like this is because of how crap the S&P 500 is. So I'm saying it now. I used to be pro S&P 500, but now I've marked my stance. I've had enough of it because it's been going. It's worse. It's possibly worse than the FTSE because it's got so many stocks in it that are crap. And what ends up happening, because the majority of the world's funds go into the S&P 500, it means that everybody gets treated the same as the index. So if the index is doing well, all the crap companies do well, the good companies do well, but all the crap companies do well because the good companies are doing well. But then what happens on the flip side, if the S&P is doing bad, these really good companies like Tesla, which is in the S&P, like Apple, because majority of the inflows into them comes from the S&P, they get dragged down way more than they should be. So that's another reason. I think if I'm gonna do some research on it on companies that aren't in the S&P to see if they've gone down as much as companies that are in the S&P.
That would be a good comparison because they don't update the S&P like stocks all that often, do they?
No, not very often. Oh, Crypto Boss, I'm coming to you now, being as you just posted that. You're gonna have to speak on that, buddy. Crypto Boss.
Who, me?
No, Crypto Boss.
I'm gonna say, no crypto.
What's good?
Yeah, you just put this statement that 29 out of 500 stocks in the S&P are good.
And I'm quite sure, you know where I heard that information?
Where?
Right on the game. Months ago. You went through this, I think it was about 3-4 months ago.
Oh, yeah, on the Michael Burry one. Yeah.
You went through this stating how much money has left the S&P and how many of.
Yeah. I remember doing it now. Yeah. It was the Michael Burry. Michael Burry was talking about it, and I was reading out the facts that he'd posted. So yeah. And if anyone's good at research, it's probably Michael Burry.
I'm gonna look for the episode and post it in blockchain, like the link.
Oh, legend. Did you have any questions?
So yeah, A lot of these companies are not as they seem to be.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, did you have any questions for this week?
No, usual thing. Thanks for the game. I learned a lot today as usual. And guys, keep doing what you're doing.
No worries, buddy. Your £50 of Bitcoin's coming next week, buddy.
No problem. Oh, I this is not financial advice, but I bought some Polkadot today. I just find, it's just ridiculous, guy. That's all.
Yeah, it finally dropped below $5, right? I think it flashed. I think it did like a little. Oh no, it's at 505. It just won't go below $5.
Yeah, so I say, you know what? Let me get some at this price. If it dips below, I just buy some more.
Yeah, first. Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, George, the GOAT.
Yeah, I was in there a second. I was posting stuff in the blockchain sensei chat, so I was like, "Oh, you talking about me?"
Yeah, Goatasaurus Rex.
No real questions. Just really glad that now apparently there is a process for customers to get their claim out of Celsius, which I'm very happy about.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. You can log your assets held with them. There's the legal company Stretto, who's basically, I don't know what part of the bankruptcy, whether they're managing the full part of it or whatnot, but there will be a process to retrieve your funds back, which I'm very happy about. Not that I've got like huge amounts in Celsius, but I could do with those couple of hundreds back, please. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just in the process finally at the moment.
Is he doing it? Is he doing what?
Very excited about this.
Yes,
I've had this for a few fucking months, nearly breaking it now.
Oh my god!
Well, over the last couple of days,
so happy.
We've been moving it all over off the exchanges. So I think my KuCoin is clear, my Gate is clear. I've mostly moved everything off Binance. And yeah, finally.
Bro, that's made me so happy. You've made my day.
It's what we do. It's what we do. It's what I aim for.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, FTX was the final straw there. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I knew that would push you over the edge. I knew when I was posting stuff, you would have been like, nah, this has gone too far now. This is too far. Too dangerous. Let me get this off.
For anybody that wants to know, the process is pretty easy, plug and play. It's a long process, kind of. I don't know, obviously moving over assets and figuring out the best way to do things without getting too many gas fees and whatnot, and having to type in email verification code, 2FA code, and SMS code, and all them codes every time you want to transfer something. But
yeah,
just do it, guys. It's not that hard. It's a bit of a process, but it's not difficult or complicated. So
you feel so much better after.
Oh my god, yeah. Now I just need to get a very secure safe for my room and a separate safe for the recovery phrases.
Yeah.
Separately, fireproof safe.
Yeah, definitely. I've made multiple copies and positioned them in places. I would recommend doing that just in case. But yeah, in relation to Christian's question regarding hardware crypto wallet, it's actually not a wallet, it's a key on an online wallet, right? So would an online wallet have a similar safety? So no, an online wallet can still get hacked. So we see all the time people's MetaMasks getting hacked. So what's happening with the ledger is it's storing your private key. So yes, your crypto is still technically on the internet, but it can't be moved because you've got the key that allows it to be moved. That's the best way of explaining it. That's the
and how does the key work? How
so
does the pen drive key work?
So what ends up happening is think of it as to move crypto, you need two keys, A and a B, right? Mm-hmm. And unless you've got the A and the B in place and you turn them at the same time, the crypto can't move. What happens with a ledger is it basically goes, we're taking the A.
So I see. So it's one of the keys.
Your crypto's stuck there. It just can't move. So then when
the online wallet. Yeah. The online wallet has only one key, sort of.
Yeah, when you have the online wallet, the A and the B is there at all times.
Okay.
Basically, having like a hardware wallet, a cold wallet, just removes basically it's offline. Anything that's network connected leaves possibilities of malware being able to track what you're doing, your system being hacked, anything like that. So hardware wallet just removes most of the fail safes. There are still things like if you have your recovery phase on your computer, if you do other things, there are ways that people can get into it, but it's the safest.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Other wallets, yeah, they are pretty safe and stuff. Like online wallets are good. Like your chances of getting hacked are very low. But again, just if you want to remove as many chances as possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So the ledger would be then the go-to in that case.
Yeah, it's the ultimate GOAT right now in the space. If think of it this way, FIFA's Ballon d'Or is on a ledger. If FIFA are rewarding people awards for Footballer of the Year on a Ballon d'Or, on a ledger, pretty secure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank
But
you.
again, if you're a person who tends to lose things and you lose your ledger, you're fucked as well. So
that's the other thing. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So yeah, if you lose your ledger, there's no other way to get it back.
No.
Yeah. Then
what if it breaks?
There is companies that will repair it for you.
Shit,
again,
okay.
we have the wallet.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys.
No worries, guys. Great episode once again.